What is up, everybody? Chana D, your Techno dad here, and I got round 2 of the Dolby Vision versus HDR10. Now, in the first video, I looked at content from Netflix, and that was Marco Polo. Great series. You guys should check it out for sure. And both of them were streaming. One was streaming from the Xbox One S, and that was the HDR10 version, and then the other streaming from the LG E6 OLED through the Netflix app on the TV, and that was Dolby Vision. This time I've got Despicable Me. So we're gone from a streaming medium to an actual physical medium, and I'm using the Dolby Vision version from the Oppo UDP203. The recent update gives it Dolby Vision support. And then I put the disc into the Sony X800 4K player, and that's how we're getting the HDR10. Now, before I begin with this, I got a lot of flack on the last video about, oh, OLEDs don't produce HDR10 properly. You need to do this with a Samsung TV, and no, actually I don't. The LG E6 OLED has the Ultra HD Premium standard from the UHD Alliance, and you guys went on about, oh, it can't reach 1,000 nits. It only needs to reach 550 nits to get that specification, because it could produce an actual perfect black, whereas an LCD panel cannot. And that's the main difference. Okay, so let's not talk anymore on that. So before we get into this video, I also want to talk about the settings on this TV. It's set to HDR bright, and the only other thing that has changed is I've turned off True Motion, and that's it. I haven't messed with the color, I haven't messed with anything. This is direct from the disc into the TV. I've taken out even the receiver. My Denon receiver is not a part of this. This is just straight from the Oppo to the TV and from the Sony to the TV. So that's it. So let's get into this Despicable Me. And I'm not gonna tell you which version is which. I'm gonna have you guys kind of just look at these two things, and then somewhere in the middle of the video, I'm gonna disclose which is which. So as we're looking right now at the Despicable Me title, two versions. We have the one on the left and the one on the right. Now the one on the left looks like it's a little bit brighter, and the one on the right looks like it's got a little bit more red, whereas the one on the left is a little more pinkish. So that's what I'm saying. You know, let me know down in the comments what you guys are saying. So I think this is going to start moving at some point. Here we got this big red magnet in the sky, and let's check out what we got here. The one on the left looks crazily blue, overly blue. Look at the clouds, look on the snow, and the one on the right has clouds that are white, has some that are blue, and toward the front of the screen, or the bottom of the screen, we got a lot more white. You can see even off to the distance, the mountains in the background. The picture on the right has more white highlights to it, whereas the one on the left looks strangely blue. Even these clouds up here on the right hand side that are at the top of the TV, just compare that with the screen on the left. It looks way more natural. All right, let's move on to another still. All right, so now in this scene we have the main character, and he's opening the door for the first time, and this is the first time we see him on camera. And check out the difference. Which one do you guys like better? I'm leaning toward the one on the right. The denim of his shirt looks more natural color-wise. The skin tone also looks a little bit more natural. The one on the left looks a little washed out as far as the denim is concerned. It doesn't even have that kind of striking blue as the one on the right. The scarf is like a combination of gray and blue, I guess. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now which is which. Here you go. The one on the right is Dolby Vision. The one on the left is HDR10. Okay? This is the same media using the same TV, using the same HDMI cable, different players that have the two different HDR. Oppo UDP 203 on the right with Dolby Vision, and Sony X800 on the left with HDR10. Now check this out, because this is very interesting. I cannot tell a difference in the picture here. I can't tell a difference. I've had people ask, can I tell a difference? And like in scenes like this, you really can't. The fog or like the smoke from the grill looks identical. The flames look identical. And I would say if you were to watch one of these in either HDR10 or Dolby Vision, and just by itself, not side by side like this, obviously, I can't even watch it side by side like this. You just can't tell the difference. So there it is, you guys. This is round 2. Let me know what you think in the comments about which one you guys like, which one looks better. I personally like the Dolby Vision better. And I didn't even notice, like in that scene with his denim looking the way it looked, I didn't notice that until I had them side by side. So honestly, will you notice? Probably not. However, Dolby Vision does have a lot more dynamic HDR than HDR10, since each scene can be changed. The metadata from each scene can be changed. So when you're buying a TV, you probably want to think about if it supports Dolby Vision or not. We've got HLG, we've got Technicolor, we've got HDR10 and Dolby Vision. There are 4 types of HDR in 2017. So I'd say if you're buying a TV and you're trying to figure it out, I would say get a TV that's got the most of them available. Maybe not just 2, maybe 3, and maybe all 4. I don't know. I think LG is the only one that offers all 4, since they're the only one that's partnered up with Technicolor. So the choice is yours, and everybody has their own opinion. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? And that's pretty much it for this showdown video. This is round 2. So maybe when more 4K ultra high definition Blu-rays come out that are actual like live action movies instead of an animated one like this, we'll have more differences in the Dolby Vision and HDR10. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, I'm Chana D, your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.